In this video, we'll blast through initial soft console project where the Icicle will talk to PuTTY over UART. Right? These are the steps. And first step is to go to the GitHub place where PolarFire SoC stuff is and the bare metal examples are. Right here, you want to get that code. So click on the get code, click on copy URL to buffer, and now we should be able to minimize him. So I do most of my Git work in Git Bash. Here's Git Bash. Um, let's see. First, I want to make a directory. Okay, dir/c/ call it ice cd/c/ice. Sometimes there's an issue with long file paths, so that's why I'm doing it up here with a short file name. Now then, I git clone, paste. That didn't work. Paste. That didn't work. It's disappointing. Let's go back to here. Double click on it. Control C. Um, minimize on it. Paste. That's much better. Now let's hit a return. Takes about a minute. And then we will bring up SoftConsole. All right. And so we want to create a workspace here. So browse, ice. That's right click, new workspace. Double click. Workspace is here. Select folder. Nice workspace. Nice. Launch. Do you want to create it? Sure, of course. Now it's starting up. A lovely welcome screen. Left click on close welcome screen. Now then what we want to do is we want to import like the UART example from the bare metal examples. So file, open projects from file system. That was a left click, import source. Left click on the directory. Um, navigate to where you cloned your examples. Left click, driver examples. Left click, MSS. Left click. Ooh, a lot of them. We want the MSS UART. Double click. Now you're in here. Click on this project. And left click, and then left click on select folder. Okay, now let's say finish. Left click on finish. Hopefully that does something. Wow. Let's give it just a moment. Sure, it's probably fine. Okay, now that we got to left click on this project. Now, if you don't do that, you hit the build hammer, you'll get an error. I forget what it was. Let's see, how do we can I get out of this? I don't know how to get out of this. Well, you get an error. So then click on the little down arrow. Click on this second option, lim debug, and do a left click on that, and compile it. Looks nice. Looks very nice. Very encouraging. Very, very encouraging. Compile is complete. All right. Now then, let's see what we want to do here. Let's unplug the Flash Pro and let's unplug the UART because I've done this just to try to make sure that all this works. Now everything's unplugged. Let's kind of bring up. Let's try to run it right now. Should get an error. So this run here. Actually, I usually go up to this run up here. I'm sure the run button works just fine. I run here, go down to debug configurations. I select the all hearts debug. And if that's the second one, I did select it with a left click. We have this. I click on debug. Now it's trying to talk to the Flash Pro. Flash Pro is not connected. So we get this error message. And let's give some details on it as well. None of it really tells you, hey, dummy, you're not connected. So let's connect it now. Well, before we connect it, let's open up the device manager. You can see these ports here. I just have a COM3, 13, and 14 or some sort of Bluetooth. Let's plug this in here. What happened? Cut it out. And try. Here we go. And wait for a moment, wait for a moment, wait for it. And it comes back with all these Flash Pro 5 ports. And so that means Flash Pro is connected. Now then, let's go back over here. Now let's turn off the Icicle for a second. All right. And but here, even though the Icicle is turned off, we get those Flash ports there because the Flash Pro is powered by the USB. So he's up and running. It's taking 4 ports, 24, 5, 6, and 7 in my case. All right, so let's go back over to him. The Icicle is not powered up. So again, we're going to go through, we're going to click on run, left click, go down to debug configurations, all hearts, debug. So now it's trying. Didn't give you the error message immediately, but here it's encountered a problem. Error in final launch sequence details. So somewhere in here, it should tell you, hey dummy, you forgot to power up the Icicle. So, okay, so fine. Click that guy, turn on the Icicle. Icicle is now on. Yeah, so now let's try that one more time. Everything should work this time. Run debug configurations. We got the all hearts debug and everything is the same as it was before. Click on the debug. Left click on the debug. Here it goes. Fingers crossed. Lots of red, but it says info red, so that's good. This is what it does. Be nice if it was all green instead. Okay, so what it does is you can see right now that we've got this green button here for a resume. So basically it's gone and we're in this debug mode, so it's gone up and basically loads everything, gets everything ready to go, and then it suspends itself. So you want to resume to get the program to start running. Before we do that, we want to connect up the PuTTY. So go to PuTTY, serial port. We want to connect it up to a COM port. We don't know which one yet. And if we go and we open up this device manager, it should tell us. We don't see anything. The reason is because we have not connected up the USB port, the COM port. So I've got it here and plug it in. Something happened here. Oh, something happened. Let's see. Holy moly. We've got now, along with 24, 5, 6, and 7 for the Flash Pro, we now have the Silicon Labs Quad QP2108 USB to UART bridges. Nice. And we don't have one. We have 4. So in our case, let's just pick the first one to 0. And so that would be COM port 18. So now we can go to here, COM port 18. I like going to, I don't know if 9600 will work, but I like going to, on USBs, I like to always start out at 115, 200 for the speed right here. So we've got serial, COM port 18, which matches here, the first bridge interface 0. Speed of 115, 200. Everything looks really good. And we're going to left click on the open button. All right, and now we've got PuTTY there. So let's minimize this guy, the device manager, move him over. Let's reduce him from not full screen. So reduce the soft console. So now we've got them a little bit side by side. All right. And so if we're now currently suspended and we want to resume, and so on this guy, and we will left click on the resume button right now. And hopefully something is happening. I don't see anything happening. I wish something would happen. Oh, something happened. Look, press 1 to demo how to use local interrupts. Press 2 to demo how to use external interrupts. And let's press 1. Nice. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. I like what we do. We press 2. All right. So like there's like local interrupts and external interrupts, whatever those are. 1, 2, 1, 2. And so basically I'm typing in a 1 and a 2 in the keyboard. What happens if I hit 3? It presses that again. All right, it was 4. So when I press a key, any key, it seems to print out its default message. When I press a 1, the Icicle PolarFire receives the 1 and it prints out this message. When I press a 2, it prints out this message. So I think this is working, and we can now build on this to create whatever application we want over UART. Now let us go in and suspend this guy. Let's stop this guy. So that'd be the red button here. Actually, you can click on this one here. This to give a tooltip. The tooltips don't seem to want to be working here. Let's press this one anyway. This is suspend. This kind of stops the program from running. And I'm just curious if it'll come up and it'll show us some code. This is kind of nice. So we have like what, 4 or 5 processors running on this. The 4 application processors and the heart 0, which is this E51. And so we go in and we take a look at E51, and that is, I believe, what this code is actually running on. And so now what we're going to want to do is, so we're suspended. We can resume again, and we can step through. So you can step into, usually I step over. You can step to a return. So that'll allow you to step through the program if you're trying to debug. We're not trying to do that today. But those are some of the debug options. So it's a full-fledged debugger. Not bad. A little bit slow, but not bad. And now we're going to click the terminate, which stops the program from running. We're going to go in here, and we are going to change this code to say, let's see, trusted here. All right. So just change the code, and we want to see if we can affect what actually was running there. See the we're in control of it. So I just hit a Control S to save this change of busted wing was here. Control S again, just for good measure. And now then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and hit the hammer. Clicked on the hammer. This is running. Compiling. Okay, finish compiling. Now what we want to do is run. So see what happens when we click on the run. I just clicked on the run, and again, a bunch of red messages, red info messages spew off the screen. I'd love those to be green instead of red. All right, and it's come to a stop here, and we've got PuTTY ready. So we can just resume this program here with resume. We can press an F8 if that's your preference. So I'm going to click on resume, left click, and now you can see the resume is grayed out, so it's running. This suspend is not grayed out, so I can suspend it or I can terminate it, and it's running. I believe did it do something over here? I guess I should have cleared it out. But anyway, let's press a 1 and see if it's doing anything. Oh, look at that. Please observe UART. Well, now then, press 2. Hey, look. Busted Windows here. So we can change the code. Now we are in control, and we can do whatever we want. So I think that's about all for this video. I'm going to just end it now. With a shift and a print screen to end this Screen X video.